Hi, I'm Eric Miller, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the Lovejoy Yearbook.
Hi, I'm Paige Becker, and I'm the business editor of the yearbook.
Hi, I'm Aston Rogers, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the yearbook.
This is the yearbook staff, and you're watching Leopard Spotlight.
Hello, and welcome to the first ever Leopard Spotlight. I'm Grant Dennis.
And I'm Clay Parker.
In the past weeks, we have searched far and wide for stories that define our community, and now we're ready to share them with you.
First, our spotlight lands in Allen, on a transitional location to the forever homes of everyone's favorite furry friends. Matthew and Fallon bring us the story.
On the corner of Bethany and Allen Heights Drive stands the City of Allen Animal Shelter, a quaint, welcoming home for the city's animals in need. While many local shelters offer more space, this shelter prides itself on its small size and personal feel. To Animal Control Officer Debbie Michnick, these qualities are what make the Allen shelter stand out.
We know the dogs and the cats very well because it is small. We get to know them, we get to know their personalities, they get to know us, we have our favorites, they have their favorites, and it's nice. I really enjoy that.
Although very simple, the adoption system can be best described as emotional for those involved.
It can be hard. It can be a little frustrating. Sometimes people have to surrender their animals, and it's very difficult because they will sit here and they'll start crying. It's very difficult, but for whatever reason, whether it's medical or they're moving out of country or they're moving into a place they can't have animals, it's sad.
Artist and adopter Sarah Savage uses her skills to brighten the walls of the shelter and show her passion for animals.
It's the best feeling. You want to save them. I want to save them all if I could, but I don't have a house that big. But I have a heart for animals, and I feel like that if people would just come in and see them, that they would want to adopt versus go into a breeder.
The adoption process is both affordable and widely available to all animal lovers.
Anybody can adopt. All we have to do is see a driver's license for anybody that's over 18. The adoption fee is $95, which includes spay or neuter, rabies vaccination, first round of vaccines, and a microchip, and if you live in Allen, the first year of city registration. It's an exciting thing. That's probably the most exciting part of the job, is seeing animals go to their new forever homes.
Even though surrendering animals can be sad, Michnick believes they will be left in good hands at the shelter.
It's sad at times, but it's very rewarding because at least we know that if we have a stray that we bring in, they're safe. They're not out there running around, they're not going to get hit by a car, they're not going to get injured, sick, they're here, and we can take care of them.
Next, we go behind the scenes with the student experts for every basketball player's sprained ankle and every football player's pulled muscle. Patrick and Dara take us to the field house.
In the heat of a game, most players weigh out their physical pain. But here at Lovejoy, we have trainers to be their first aid.
I love training. I don't really know how to explain it. We're just a really close-knit group, and we're a family, and we take care of the boys and girls, and we do a lot for them. We make sure that they don't get hurt, and when they do get hurt, we help give them treatments and make sure that they feel better and give them water and help them and support them and make sure that they get back to where they were before.
But that's not all they do.
We take care of the athletic injuries and illnesses. We prevent them and rehabilitate them and assess them. Taping can be a lot of fun, and working with the teams is a lot of fun.
There's so much that we have to do. Like, we have to get tables, we have to get coolers, we have to get Gatorade, we have to get water, and we have to set up the sidelines, we have to tape. Then we have to make sure that we have water and Gatorade for the guys. And we have to make sure that we're ready before the guys get in there to tape when the guys go out on the field to warm up. We have to make sure that there's groups of people rotating in and out for when the different groups, like the first round of guys go out. We have to make sure that everyone's out on the field with water, and that there's people going in and out of the locker rooms for water and Gatorade too. So it's pretty crazy.
In the end, it's all worth it, as it provides a healthy experience for the trainers and a better health for the players.
Some come to a restaurant for the atmosphere, others for the entertainment. For some, it's simply the food. But for this downtown McKinney restaurant, most people come and stay for the staff. Grant and Bradley give us the story.
Hugs Cafe is a non-profit restaurant in downtown McKinney that employs a very unique kind of staff.
The purpose for employing adults with special needs is that it gives them a purpose. They are in school with other people from kindergarten until the age of 21 or 22 when they age out of school. And hiring adults with special needs, we're giving them a reason to get up in the morning. And we're giving them a reason to be a part of a community.
While some come for the food, others come for the service.
The employees are great. You notice right away they're with disabilities, and I think that's what makes it nice. It's just they're very helpful. They know what they're doing. They make the correct change for me, and he was really good.
But for Hugs Cafe employee Marcus Smith, real pride comes from a job well done.
My favorite part is just doing dishes. If I see it, my favorite key is my eye to watch if the dishes have a mud spot on them. I wash it off. I'll scrub it off by using this towel. While I'm done scrubbing them, I put them in here to wash. And I load them on this tray thing, and I use that bar handle to float it really gently without slamming it. And so I put the other stuff in here, like these containers. I put them right here with the rest of them, and metal things like pots and cans. The pots go up there, and the rest of the stuff goes in the kitchen.
As you can see, this home-style cafe chooses to show their love with hugs.
We now move on to the turf to see what work is put in by our football players for each and every game at the end of the school week. Clay and Haley take us into the life of a student athlete.
Friday Night Lights, a Texas high school tradition. For every single one of these games, there exists countless hours of early weekday morning practices. These take great dedication from the players, especially when the hours spent on the turf lessen the hours in the classroom. Blake Model and Weston Hall detail their lives as varsity football players.
I wake up at about 5:15, eat breakfast and change, and then I get to practice about 5:45. Around 8, we go in and lift, and then shower, and then I go to school for second period, and then I get out of school, I go back to football, and we watch film until about 5, and then I go home.
Get home at about 5:30 after meetings after school, so I have about 3 to 4 hours for time by myself, which is mainly spent doing homework. Outside of football, I'm mainly involved in my 5 AP classes and GTs and managing my schedule while trying to spend some time with my family and friends, so it's hard to manage my whole schedule during football season, but it's worth it.
Living this lifestyle requires a general support system for the players, either found in family and friends, or even from the players' coaches.
My parents have been very helpful by coming out of their way to come to all the games, and my friends have definitely helped me by altering social lives and plans, that way we can meet outside of football.
My football coaches have definitely helped me manage my schedule, and they fully understand how hard it is to balance academics and athletics, and they always say that academics comes first.
The football program also tests the players' dedication to the sport and helps prepare them for the future.
My experiences with my current schedule have prepared me for college in the future because of how busy it is right now. It'll help me prepare for time management in college and as well as taking on those rigorous courses.
Everything that's so hectic right now, I think will really help me when my schedule's hectic in college, trying to balance all my extracurriculars with school. My motivation to continue and pursue football, besides the love of the game, is definitely the feel of winning after a game and all the teamwork and all the friends I've made on the team.
Although it's very difficult to manage all of academics and football together, is that I just love the game and I'm very passionate about it. So I'm willing to sacrifice some of my time to have the experiences the football brings.
Finally, we leave you looking to the future through the construction on the auditorium and how our theater students are adapting to its absence. Joe and Clayton found the story.
And so our story begins.
It's unusual to see the theater program rehearsing away from the auditorium.
It's a lot different because we're not used to being on, we're not used to this small space. We're used to being on a big stage where we have more room, more of like a backstage kind of feel. And now that we're touring in all the elementary schools, it's a lot smaller spaces. So the stage is like half the size of our real auditorium.
For their fall show this year, Lovejoy Theater has had to adapt to the auditorium being under construction by taking their show on the road.
So we'll be taking the show to 3 different elementary schools. We'll be taking it to Hart, Hester, and Lovejoy. And then we will also have a Friday night and Saturday matinee performance at Lovejoy Elementary School.
The technicians have also had to make adaptations as well.
Space, we haven't actually been able to get to most of our regular tools, so we haven't been able to use like a miter saw or any of our regular sound or lighting equipment.
Construction on the auditorium will finish in November and the Black Box Theater will open in January.
Thank you for joining us and spending some of your time watching our stories. Until next time, I'm Clay Parker.
And I'm Grant Dennis. And remember, if there's a story to find,
we'll find it here on Leopard Spotlight.